Hello again, Honky Tonks. It seems to me, I think it's quite obvious really, it is constantly open season all year round on the English, the British, culture, history, everything. And the latest woke organisation to give the English a kicking. And I'm really offended on your behalf. I'm a Welshman, all right? I live in England. My friends are English. My other half is English. My kids are English stroke Welsh. And I'm really offended on your behalf. I really am. What's it going to take for all this to stop? I do wonder. So the latest woke organisation to piss on anything English is Nike or Nike. We all know who they are. They're woke as hell. They donate to and they stand behind every extreme left-wing movement, ideology, organisation going because it wants to be part of the current thing, doesn't it? It's all about show. That's all it is. And money. They think they can make money out of our gullible people. Anyway, England have unveiled, along with Nike, the new international football kit. And you'd think, oh, that looks nice. But as you can see here, on the back of the collar is the George Cross, and they put some colours on it, which isn't red. Now the George Cross is a red cross on a white field, white background. And who the hell are Nike and the Americans to do this to the English flag? Leave it alone. Leave it as it is. There's no need to put these colours on it, whatever the hell they represent. I mean, they wouldn't do that to the American flag, would they? To the Star-Spangled Banner, Stars and Stripes. They wouldn't dare mess around with anyone else's flags. Imagine if they did this to the Palestinian flag. Oh, there'll be hell to pay. Who the hell do Nike think they are? Every time there's something or there's someone out there who just wants to either rubbish, change or alter us as a people and a culture, even our history. They're lying about our history. They're putting bits and bobs into history that didn't happen to appease ideologies and other demographics. It's not on. It really isn't on. And this sort of thing, right, is what will push people into the arms of the real extremists in this country. The real far right. And the far right, despite what the mainstream media and the idiots on social media will tell you, the far right extremists are a ridiculous minority. They're lonely people who go onto forums anonymously and they stir up hatred and what they'd like to do, but they never do it. They either live alone, they don't have any girlfriends or boyfriends, or they live with their mothers in their basements in the attic. They're weirdos. They're nerds. They've seen a glimpse of Nazi Germany and they're attracted to that. The uniforms, the charisma of you-know-who. He was a good orator. Give the devil his due. He was a good speaker. That's why he could whip the people up. He could rile them up. You have to be a good speaker, don't you? Whether you're evil or good, both can be a good speaker. But they're attracted to all that and they think they can replicate it or you know, stuff like that, but they can't because the real Nazis died out years ago, the real ones. If they ever came across a real Nazi now, they'd shit themselves. They really would, from back then. And I'm not bigging them up, by the way, because the real Nazis back then, they believed that shit. They really did. They were proper into it. They were devoted. They were cruel, merciless. That's why they can kill women and children. Anyway, where were we? The new English football kit, I think is a disgrace. I mean, England's a woke football team anyway, ever since Southgate took over. And they keep taking the knee for Black Lives Matter. And every time Gareth, what's his face, the manager, he opens his mouth, it's just woke diatribe, really. That's what he does. I hope they lose now. I hope nobody buys this kit until Nike change back the English flag to its true form. And that wokeness along with racism, is kicked out of football. Football is not a place for politics. It's where everyone, whatever your class is, comes together to support your team and hope they win. And that's it. But like everything else, it's been politicised now. It's been politicised to appease woke ideologies and people who generally hate the West and us as a people. And it's a crying shame, because the extreme left as well as the extreme right, they both peddle in hate. But no one talks about the extreme left. An extreme leftist was convicted the other day of trying to kill, I think it was 50 people in a terrorist attack. Luckily he was caught. But no one talks about that, do they? It's always the far right extremist. But the far left, if you ask me, are just as bad, if not worse, because they're about control, not destruction. It's control, and they want to control the narrative by fiddling around with the George Cross. How dare they? Like I said, I'm a Welshman, you all know that, and I'm offended in your behalf. I've lived amongst the English now for nearly 20 years, and I've assimilated. I don't walk around. I know I've got Cymru on my thing, but I don't usually wear Welsh stuff. But I don't crow about my own culture, expecting them to bend over backwards for me and put them down all the time, because I don't. People need to realise that as Britons, collectively the Scots, Welsh, the English, Ulster, we have a great history, we're a great people. Along with everyone else in the world, we've done bad, but we've gone forward. We've atoned for our past, we've paid for it greatly, both spiritually and financially, I believe. But it's not enough, is it? These people want to destroy us, they want rid of us, and this is how they do it, slowly. If you look at the clock of destruction, as I call it, I think the finger's pointing at 5 o'clock now, where they've got to the point where they want to change flags, and after that, God knows what. But let's hope that clock doesn't hit midnight. That's what I'm telling you. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'm really angry. I'm really angry, and I'm really offended on your behalf. That's twice in one day now I've been offended. Not like me, is it? So there we go. Keep your hands off our flags. Keep your hands off our culture. Keep your hands off our history. That's all I'm going to say. And that's that. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.